So I just want to share this about grief because it's very interesting to me how when your loved one dies, unfortunately the world continues to go on. And with that being said, sometimes people forget what you are experiencing or what you have gone through. So like I was speaking to someone, and I'm not mad at this person. I know they didn't mean no harm. But when they said this comment, I just kind of made a mental note like, wow, that's crazy. So this person in particular, they saw firsthand everything I dealt with when dealing with grief. And in my case, I had a lot of compound grief and just experienced a lot of other areas of loss all at once. And with that being said, we were talking about how I showed up last year. And the person said, yeah, like last year you was a bit off. Like I'm happy to see you doing better. And I was just like, and it dawned upon me, like I wasn't offended, I didn't get mad, but I made a mental note. And my mental note was, wow, like in that moment, I know that person like legit forgot about everything that happened. But because I was the one experiencing it and going through it and fighting and working through it, I remember it's like it was yesterday. And so when your loved one dies, the hard reality is that life goes on. Time goes on, and sometimes people forget your experiences and what you've gone through. And the goal is that you do the work, because time doesn't necessarily heal it. With proper healing and with proper tools, it just helps you carry it better. But it was just amazing to me how someone who had a first-hand glance of everything I went through just said something without even realizing, like, what? And so again, I'm not mad, but I share my grief story to try to encourage others. And I also share because, you know, these are things that if I wasn't healed in certain capacities, I could have got angry or I could have lashed out, because I could have been like, B, you know what I went through, like, how dare you? I could have felt violated. But in this perspective, in the lens I have now, I realize, like, man, like, life goes on. So that's why I have a special place in my heart for people that are grieving. I have a special place in my heart because I understand what it can do to a person. It changes a person. And people who are able to love you during the hardest season of your life, baby, I never take them for granted. I never take them for granted. Like one of my friends, anytime she tries to get mad at me, I'd be like, are you done? Because you are bound to my heart for the rest of my life. So have your little attitude and get your life together so we can be friends again. But yeah, I just want to share that. Just be mindful of those who are grieving. No matter how much time has passed, that's an open wound that we're walking around with. And the beauty is, and the goal is for that person to get to a point where it doesn't constrict them. But even if you see a person like me who's bubbly, who's worked through it, who's been open, still just be mindful of that and still hold space for that person. Because yeah, like this is forever. So I just want to share that. All right, bye.